Okay, welcome everyone. This is Donna McDonald, and I am really excited that you are here for our 90 days of dedication. And that probably sounded a little scary to you initially, like, oh no, I'm really going to commit and dedicate 90 days to a goal. And you know what? You know that any time that you want to achieve something, it takes dedication and it takes commitment. So I wanted to put that right out to you from the beginning, because you've been invited to this call because we see qualities in you of a director, okay? And so often, we kind of always second guess ourselves, and it takes the people around us to really push us forward. And that's what Christina and Kim and Amy and myself, that's what this is all about. It's all about moving you to the next level. And, we hope at the end of it, it's going to be about leadership and it's going to be about directorship. However, you know what? I always feel that a time commitment that moves you forward, at least just in bookings, in your self-esteem, if you move forward and you grow in some way in 90 days, it's going to be worth that commitment. It's going to be worth that dedication. So I want to say, first of all, congratulations that you've been invited. So give yourselves a big round of applause. Right? Because you know what, ladies, think about it. We have over 1,000 people on our team. We could have invited a lot of people to this group, but we chose you. So, and as I said, it's because we believe you all have what it takes to be a really awesome director. So we're going to ask you to take the plunge and, you know what, take some of the advice that we give. These calls aren't going to be long calls. The call itself will be a half-hour call every other week. And then the middle week, you should be talking one-on-one to your director. Because to really make this program work, it's about tracking. And it's about tracking how many contacts you're making, how many shows you're actually booking, how many people you're going to be in front of. Because we know to grow a business, math is not my strong suit. I have a wonderful friend, and we always laugh. We've been friends since kindergarten, and we really laugh that we were lucky we made it through third grade math. So math is not my thing, but I am going to be the first person to tell you that this business is all about numbers. It's about how many people you talk to in order to get the results that you hope to achieve. Okay? So that's a little bit about you, and I would love, because we're going to be working closely together through this series. And I really want you to get to know each other. I want you to be able to reach out to one another and, say, hey, Melba, here's what I'm, struggling with, and my director's not getting me. So, can I talk to you about, something that's happening? So this really is about a connection also, and a community of individuals that are ready, as I said, to move to the next level. So what I would love to do is to go around the room, because we all have a Paper Chef story, right? We all came into business for a different reason, and we also stayed in the business, so sometimes those reasons change. So I would love for you each to share how long you've been in the business, one, who your director is, two, and what was your initial reason for joining. So how long, who your director is, and what was your initial reason for joining. So in order to not talk over one another, I'm going to call upon you so that you can share a little bit. So Stephanie Humphrey, I'm going to ask you to start first.
Okay. I joined back in May, and I held my first 3 parties at the end of June because I had to wait till school was out. I teach 5th grade. I joined because I had so much fun at my party that I hosted when Amy came to my house and did mine, that I waited 2 weeks, I think, after my party was over. I'd gotten all my stuff, and I emailed her. She was in Mexico. And I said, I just want a little more information about this, and the rest is history.
Okay, awesome, good. It's funny. She was at the beach. She had her towel flinging around her head. And she was really excited, So good job. And you know what? We hope that you're going to be on that next trip. We'll be celebrating together.
I hope so too.
Okay. Thanks, Stephanie. Okay, Miss Kathy Gordon, share with us.
I've been a chef about 5 years now. My main reason for doing it was I can't sit still. I drive my husband crazy. He likes to watch TV and do nothing. And I'm a gadget person, so I love the products, and it's a perfect.
Okay. All right, thank you. And Christina McIntosh is your director, correct?
That is correct.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're going to ask Ann Knight. Please, could you share with us, Ann?
Sure. Amy Gibson is my director. I started Pampered Chef at the beginning of this month. And why did I start? Well, I wanted to have more control over my career, and I wanted to be more confident in the kitchen, because I'm confident baking, but cooking I'm not so confident at. So I wanted to improve on my skills.
Awesome. Well, that's amazing. Most people, like myself, I should say, baking to me is so precise. You know, it's like I want to just throw it all and look at it. You know. So hopefully you'll be able to teach us some things. That'll be great.
I can try.
Okay, good deal. All right, Jen. Let's unmute you and get you to share, please.
Okay. My director is Amy Gibson. I started at the end of September, and I'm a mom to 2 kids, and I wanted to help earn some extra income since my fiance is the only one that works. So I wanted to help out, and I love to cook.
Awesome. Good. Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, Melba.
I started in June of last year, and Donna is my director. And the reason I started was just to have some extra money. Me and my husband's retired, and maybe have a little extra money to travel and do something. And I love to cook, and I love to bake. So I've enjoyed it.
Good. Thank you, Melba. All right, Nicole Payne.
My director is Christina, whether she wants to admit it or not. And I joined, it'll be 1 year, I believe, at the end of this month, so the end of October. And I joined because I was doing something that was much more unsafe. I was scrapping metal, and I had gotten hurt, and I wanted to bring in some extra income without getting hurt.
Wow.
So far, that's happened. I have not cut myself or done anything odd with this yet.
Okay. All right. And I love that Nicole is still wearing her Pampered Chef name tag. So anyone else, raise your hand if you're still wearing your name tag, even at 8 o'clock at night. There goes Melba. We got 2. Okay. You never know who could show up at your door at 8 o'clock that you may want to be marketing. So,
It's the apron count. I just took mine off.
all right. So Kim Manning's still marketing with her gear also. Good job. Wonderful. All right, Michelle Lawrence, share with us.
I'm under Kim Manning. I joined just about 2 months ago. Excuse me, I've got a cold today. I've been videoing myself, so that's going over great. But I've been a stay-at-home mom for about 10 years, and my kids are about to start back into school, so I was already kind of thinking career-wise, where am I going to start back into things? And I realized, my kids don't need me any less because they're in school. And we have debt we'd like to pay off, so I started back to try to pay off debt and with my kids.
Awesome. Okay, good. Thanks, Michelle. Thank you for sharing your goals. All right, and we have Jennifer, but Jennifer's on the phone. And Jennifer, I'm not sure you tell us your last name and who your director is and why you started Pampered Chef.
Okay, I'm Jennifer. And sorry, I don't know why it wouldn't let me come in on Zoom. It took me forever to figure out how to do that. But Amy is my director, and I came in to Pampered Chef because I need to pay off my credit card.
Okay, we're hearing a
and I don't know what else you asked me.
We asked you why you started, who your director was, and how long you've been with Pampered Chef.
I started July 27th.
July 27th. Okay. Awesome. Good. Jennifer, what was your last name?
Stanley.
Perfect. Thanks, Jennifer. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Stephanie, share your story.
Okay, I joined Pampered Chef in March of this year, and I actually finally joined Pampered Chef because someone finally asked me. I have put a networking group in place this year as well, so I will have all of my connections at my fingertips.
Okay. All right. So, Stephanie, who asked you?
You did finally after 8 years.
So Stephanie had been a customer for years, done parties with, lots of Pampered Chef consultants. And finally, one day I just said, Stephanie, why have you not joined Pampered Chef? And she said, because no one ever asked me. And I said, well, I'm asking you now. And exactly right. When people say, well, I don't know who to network with, I'm looking for new leads. Stephanie didn't wait around and let grass grow under her feet. She put her own networking group together. So you all have that opportunity. So think about that when you're looking. If you're remote from your director, that is a great way to find a connection. And one of the things that Stephanie says is, I just so enjoy the people that are in this group because she handpicked them. So, hey, good for her, so congratulations, Steph. We're excited that you're here with us. Okay. All right. Miss Shannon is with us. Shannon, welcome. Let me unmute you here. Okay, there you go. Hey, Shannon.
Oh, there we go. Hi. Donna's my director. I've been a consultant, 10 months now? And why did I join? Because I love Pampered Chef, and I wanted to make some more money and do something on my own terms.
Okay. And so Shannon, just share a little bit about what else you do on a daily basis.
What I do on a daily basis now? I'm a professor at Appalachian State University, and I take students out. This past weekend, I got to go out and go camping and canoeing the entire weekend with some of my outdoor education students.
So the reason I asked Shannon to share that is because how often have you prejudged someone because they're too busy? You think they're too busy, okay? So, when you think about that, I want you to think about Shannon, because if you ever look at her on Facebook, I don't think she sleeps. I really don't. I mean,
there are some nights I don't.
Yeah, she's continuously in motion. So I just asked her to share that. Thanks so much, Shannon. I appreciate that. All right, so we have 2 people in on phone numbers that have not checked in. One is a 772 332 number.
Tanya, is that you?
Hi, I'm Tanya Albritton. Christina is my director. I actually came back to Pampered Chef in June. I am at home right now. I have 2 teenage girls who are very active in their school sports. And I take care of my dad and now my mother-in-law. So Pampered Chef allows me the flexibility to do that.
Great. Thanks, Tanya. We appreciate you sharing. Thank you so much. All right. And then we have a 910465 number.
Hi, it's Cora Waddell here.
Cora,
can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Cora. Could you tell us who your director is and how long you've been with Pampered Chef and what was the initial start?
Jamie Swanson is my director. I started September the 6th. Why I started is because I'm 58 years old and I'm ready to be my own boss.
Good for you. Yes.
Go girl.
Good job. Awesome, Cora. Thank you so much for sharing. All right, and I think we had one other new person. Who else has not checked in? I see one that says James is iPad. Who would that be? Is it Cora on iPad too?
I beg your pardon?
I see someone that says James's iPad. Is that Cora?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. All right. Awesome, Cora. We got you. So has anyone else not checked in with us? Okay. So if you, I hope that you've been inspired by some of the stories and the reasons and hearing a little bit about people's background that are here within the group. You know, they always say that it takes a village, and you can see that we have 3 of our directors on the call. So I would love for the directors to share their story and a little bit, you know, not so much why they started, but I think it's important for you to hear why you stayed. So your name, how many years you've been with Pampered Chef, and why you stayed. So Christina, since you're unmuted, I'm going to ask you to start.
Okay, well, I celebrated my 18th anniversary last week, and I refer to myself as adopted by Donna because my director decided to retire from Pampered Chef about 15 days after I accepted directorship. So I'm very blessed to have Donna by my side because I kind of looked blindly at the sky and said, now. I definitely am not still here for the same reasons I started. Definitely in this to be there for my children. I have a 17-year-old who has anaphylactic food allergies and has dreams bigger than I could ever imagine. So being able to help her with her college search and what she needs to do to prepare for that is very important to me. And I have a 15-year-old son who has autism. And 4.5 years ago, we had to pull him out of school because his needs were not being met. So I've been homeschooling him now for 4.5 years. So not having to report to somebody else's schedule is definitely huge. And being able to work my schedule around their activities and what they need is very important. But I will say, as critical as that is, as critical as my income is to our family budget, something even bigger keeps me in the business. Anytime I feel down and out about my business, I honestly go on to either my personal team page, the McDonald organization page, or director team page, and it's the friendships. I don't know what I would do without this group in my life. I think I would be bored. I would be lonely. Someone would report me out walking across like the interstate or something. So the friendships, Amy's laughing because she's imagining that. Aren't you, Amy? Admit it. I honestly don't know what I would do without the people that are in my life because of Pampered Chef. They keep me grounded. So that is the biggest reason I am still here.
Christina, we've learned so much from you. You're amazing. I just have to tell you that.
What I do? No, I'm just joking. I appreciate that.
All the time. You're amazing.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, Christina. Appreciate that. All right, Amy Gibson.
All right, so I got started back in August of 2008, so I just celebrated 9 years with this company and didn't think I'd make it past my first 4 parties because I just joined for curtains from Pier 1. I needed $350 curtains, and I also didn't feel appreciated at work, and so I wasn't sure where this was going to go, but 9 years later, here I am, and like Christina said, I never thought I would have all these amazing friendships, but Pampered Chef is a family. And I love working for myself. When I have days where I think I just want to go be the greeter at Walmart, they would not appreciate me showing up in my pajamas whenever I want. I would get a pink slip. So remember how fantastic it is to have such a great schedule and live the life that I want to live. And it's just amazing, and I never thought it would lead to this. So I stay because of the friendships, the fantastic trips, the relationships, and the opportunity just to help so many people. The folks on our team, I just would not have known all of you or all of them if I had not done Pampered Chef. So I'm happy to be here.
Love you, Amy.
Thanks, Amy. Thank you. Thank you. All right. And last but of course not least, Miss Kim Manning.
Hey, I'm using some different headphones. Can you hear me?
Perfectly. Very good.
Okay, good. Great. So I am Kim Manning. I've been with Pampered Chef for 10.5 years. And I was a high school math teacher who didn't cook. And I signed up. I really didn't even intend on doing one party. But they told me I had to give them party dates. And after I did that, I felt like I should probably do something. So I never thought I'd be here 10 years later, but I am. And I'm thankful because this business has been it's been here when I've needed it. It's I've been able to put it, scale down when I've needed to. I have 4 children, and so I've had all 4 of the children in the time that I've been with Pampered Chef. So there were times where I needed to scale back. There have been times where I've needed to pick it up. And right now is one of those times I'm picking it up because I'm a single mom now of 4 kids, and I don't want to go back to work. So I want to stay at home and work from home. And so that's what I'm really thankful for, is to have that. And like Christina and Amy have said, it's the people. I had my 40th birthday this year, and I got cards and flowers and gifts from my Pampered Chef director friends. And that was just really amazing. It made me feel very special and loved. And I couldn't do this without these people. So
you're awesome, Kim.
Thanks.
Thank you. We love you.
I love all of you.
And it really is. When I said to you earlier that I wanted everyone to share their story, because I can't say this enough, for you to maximize your business, it really is about the people that you reach out to. It's about your peers. And you've heard that. I mean, they did not even know that they were going to be introduced this evening. So you heard that message throughout. And I ditto everything that they said. My 28 years, I started, truly because I thought I was going to stay long enough to get the product and I was going to leave, and 28 years later, I truly have had a life-changing experience with Pampered Chef. And you know what? And I don't mean to say that to scare you, because maybe you're super happy with your life and you're just looking for, some extra income. Pampered Chef can do whatever you need it to do. But again, it goes back to what are you willing to do? And we're going to talk a lot about will throughout this whole thing, because I know some of you have been in developing director programs before, and what the steps are to directorship, but maybe your will is wavering a little. But maybe you're brand new. And you know what? I'm going to tell you, don't be afraid if you're brand new that you don't know enough, because you have this entire support system that is going to support you, throughout this series, okay? All right, so the first thing that we have heard, I should say the message that was woven throughout all of your stories really was about income. Because we could all spend a lot of time volunteering our time with, charitable organizations that are near and dear to us. We do Pampered Chef, yes, because we love the product, but we also like to get paid. And that's why we want to encourage you to bring your business to the next level and have that second stream of income. Because you can get paid on your personal sales, but that second stream of income gives you an opportunity that is unlimited. Because, right, we only have so many days in a month. So even if you did 2 shows a day, you physically would only be able to do about 60 shows a month. Now, I'm not thinking anyone on this call is ready to do 60 shows a month, right? So we want to engage that second stream of income, because you've always heard this, don't ever leave money on the table. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the possibilities, and I'm going to screen share with you so that we can again recap what it means to be a director and how we're going to get there. So give me a second, and we're going to share this, and we are going to make sure, I'll need a heads up that we are on large screen. Yes?
Not on my end. Oh, yep.
Okay, sometimes it takes a minute. Okay, so let's talk about the income potential. So first of all, we're going to look at what company averages are. Okay, so you all know how commission works with Pampered Chef. You start at a 22% commission rate, and it graduates up. Okay, so here, that's basically what you can control. Those personal commission. Now, the commission after 15,000, you're going to get to that 22%. So yes, you can control that by just sales. You sell your 15,000, you get a 2% raise. That never gets taken away from you as long as you remain active. But we want to look at that recruiting end. So if you haven't started recruiting, you could start earning overrides on your very first new team member. So as a senior consultant, which means you have 1 consultant on your team, you get 1% on what that senior consultant, what that consultant sells, and 1% on your sales, okay? An additional, all right? Then we move to team leader. Team leader means that you brought 2 consultants onto your team, so now you have that additional 2%. Again, on your sales and also on their sales. Then we're going to talk about director. Director gives you a 3% commission override. And that's with 5 consultants. So let's look at that. Okay, so here's team leader. We're going to just give an example here of a team leader that has personal sales of 2,000 and he has 2 active consultants who also sell 2,000. That means,
Hey, Donna.
yes?
I'm sorry. Are you flipping through slides?
Yeah, do you not see them?
No.
It's just showing the intro slide.
Okay, let's wait. Okay.
You know what? I think you have to screen share again because it probably opened it in a new window.
Okay, let me try again. Hello. Do you see team leader?
No.
It's coming.
It's coming. It's coming.
There we go.
Now we see it.
Okay, so I don't know why that.
When it opens a new window, you have to re-screen share because it stays on one window.
Oh, I don't like that. Okay. All right.
Sorry.
So, that's okay. I'm going to go to another screen share on the other. Back to it. Okay, so personal sales of 2,000, 2 active consultants. I have cumulative sold 2,000, and which gives you team sales of 4,000. So here are your earnings. Your earnings are $500 on your personal sales and 2% team overrides of $40. That gives you a total commission of $540. And this is what it looks like. So you see, we're going to talk about Tina, our team leader, Tina. She can recruit Pat, and then she can also recruit Chris, which that gives her 2 personal active. However, as Pat recruits Sue, she can actually have her 2 active this way. So to be a team leader, you want to have 2 active consultants. Does that make sense? Say yes or no.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. Oh. Oh my gosh.
Hi, Kathy.
Hello.
All right. You seeing that?
Not yet.
I'm going to go in a different screen.
Okay, now we're in the director screen.
Oh, geez, and I popped out of it. Okay. All right. That's okay. Are you in the director screen now?
Yep.
All right. Woo-hoo. Okay. So we're going to look at 2 scenarios here. A director with 5 team members and a director with 10 team members. Because we're going to share with you that directorship is, when you achieve directorship, it's just going to be a stopping point. We are going to talk about building a larger team as we promote. So we're a director, your personal sales of 3,000. And you know what? I'm going to be, that person in the room that gives you the reality check all the time. As a new director, 3,000 in personal sales is really a minimum. If you want to be a strong director, you have to have strong personal sales. So we are going to have your sales at 3,000, and we're going to work at having our 5 consultants active all the time, because that's what it takes. If you look over to the right here, you see Tina. She's recruited 5 people. So she has achieved directorship. Now, just for clarification, and this could be a little, work with me on this. To achieve directorship, you have to have 5 people that are active in a month, 1 time only. Okay? So month 1, you want to submit a minimum of 750, and all 5 of your people need to be active with a minimum of 150. Okay. You have your 5,000 in commissionable sales, and you will promote to director. So personal 750 minimum, which we never work to minimums, 5 active, but cumulative 5,000. You promote to director, we have a celebration, you walk across stage at national conference, it's an exciting time. Now, month 2, say only 4 of your people submit. You submit a minimum of 750, but your team does their 5,000, you will maintain your directorship. So the point I'm trying to say is the first time, all 5 need to be active. After that, if say only 4 of them, you're good to go. But we're never going to, as I said, we're not going to work to minimums. We are always going to be building. So you're going to have, maybe 5 people the first few months, but we're going to get to that number 10 relatively quick. Because look at the pay increases. Look at the difference of the director earnings with 5 compared to the director that has 10. Okay? So we want to work hard in order to have those great commission checks. Now, I want to ask you, how many of you have dreamed of what your commission check could look like? Anybody? Anybody have a dream about your check? I do. Okay. All right, so can you see this commission check that I have up?
Yes.
Okay, so this is part of your homework, because I'm all about affirmations and believing in possibilities, but you have to visualize that, and you have to have positive affirmations every day in order to make things happen. So part of your homework is to fill in this commission check that you're going to be receiving 1 year from today. So what is that going to look like? And I'm going to ask you to share that on our Facebook page. And I will attach, when we get off the call, I will attach this so that you can fill this in and post that. Okay. Everyone good with that?
Yep.
Okay. So do we have any questions about what it means to achieve directorship? Okay, so we're a little, I should have warned you that this first call is going to be a little bit longer because I want to make sure everyone understands everything, okay, and what you're here for. Because, if you run out of the room with your hair on fire, I want to make sure you know why you're running out of the room with your hair on fire. Okay? All right, so that's your first bit of homework. Now you're thinking, oh my gosh, she said that bad word. She said homework, okay? But your homework is going to be fun. Because it's all about how many of you, I should say, are competitive. Who's competitive? I got to raise both hands, and I'd raise my feet if I could, okay? And how many of you have played bingo before? Okay. So every week, there is going to be a bingo card that will be posted. And you will get to fill in the squares based on what you accomplish. And I'm going to show you our bingo card in just a moment. So that basically is your homework, okay? So you will achieve your bingo card. Of course, when you complete your bingo card, it's going to be put into a drawing for prizes because we all love prizes. But we know that everyone wins, because when we're accomplishing these things that are on the bingo card, it's all about growth. So we're just putting a new spin on the word homework so you don't feel like you're doing homework. All right. Okay. So the next thing that I want to ask someone is, I got background noise. I'm not sure where it's coming from, or I could mute them. So I want to ask someone if they want to be a brave soul, and it's going to be easier if it's one of my team members to work with the income calculator, because I will be showing the group your numbers. Does anybody want to give it a go? Raise your hand if you do.
I'm fine, but I'm not on your team.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I am.
All right. Michelle, let me see if Michelle, you said yes, right?
Yes.
Okay, Michelle, let me see if I can look you up real quick. All right, so while I am doing that, I am going.
Hey, Donna.
Uh-huh.
If you want, I can do it.
Oh, okay. So could you pull up some on the
I'll
team?
pull it up real quick and then I'll screen share it.
Okay. And tell me, I want a person that's not a director, obviously.
Yeah. Let me find it.
So while Kim is doing this, I want you to think about what where you are at in your business right now. Example, how many shows are you doing a month? Go ahead and write that number down on a piece of paper. If you had a guess, what do you think your per person average is? So how much would you estimate that each customer spends at a party? I also want you to think about how many guests do you think you average at each party? And then when Kim gets us there, we will.
It's thinking.
It's okay. I'm with you.
I've never had it take this long.
Sorry.
It gave me an error. Let me try one more time.
Okay, while you're doing that, you know what I'll do, Kim, is I'll share the bingo.
Okay, oh, here it is. I got it. Yeah, let me.
And I keep saying bingo, and it's tic-tac-toe. I've done it from the beginning since Kim and Amy and Chrissy and I started talking about this. Okay, great.
All right, let me pull up Michelle.
Thank you, Michelle, for being so.
She's Joy on here.
Okay, Joy. All right, Joy. Okay.
Joy, Michelle, it doesn't matter.
So Donna, you tell me what you want me to put in.
Okay, I will. So, Michelle, when I asked you your average monthly shows, what was the number you wrote down?
Average would be lower than this, but I've had 4 this month. I had one with 0 and I had one with 4, so.
Okay, and so this is calculating so that you know this is calculating the 3 months prior. So it's
right now these are my numbers, by the way.
I was going to say, woohoo! Monthly income 1102.
So I'm still trying to populate.
It's still working on bringing up hers. I don't.
Okay, no worries. Okay, so
I would say, well, if it's calculating my 3 months prior, I don't have 3 months, so it would probably be 1 or 2 shows.
Okay, all right. And what would you think that your orders per show?
I have about 5 or 6 per show.
Okay. And what would you think your average guest order was?
50.
50? Okay.
Yes.
$50? Okay. All right. All right. So we will, as Kim is pulling that up, I'm going to show you your tic-tac-toe. Okay. I'm sorry. I kept saying bingo, but it really is tic-tac-toe. So here is for you.
Do I need to stop sharing? So are you trying to show?
Yeah, because you didn't populate yet, did you?
No. I'll let you know if it does.
All right. So you stop sharing, then I'll share.
I think I did. Did I stop?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Do we see the tic-tac-toe board?
Not yet.
Yes.
Go.
Okay. So here is your tic-tac-toe. Bingo probably did freak you out because you know how big a bingo card is, right?
Yeah.
It's much easier. See, you can be a national. You can call things different things. You can, I've already fessed up that I don't do math, so y'all have it here. All right, so here's how you get your tic-tac-toe. Make 3 contacts a day. Now, I really want to stress 3 contacts a day is 3 contacts a day, not 15 one day and 0 for 3 days after. It's important that you have a consistent schedule, a consistent business, and you start, it's an actual routine for you, okay? So it's 3 contacts a day, whether it's out and about, whether it's you sitting at home on the phone, okay? The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to have an income call with your director. So the process that we're going to go through with Michelle, you need to have with your upline director. Here is one of the training audios, and it's about setting goals. So setting goals are important. You all need to know where you want to be in 90 days. I hope that you're going to say that it's you want to be a director, but you want to have this, listen to the setting goals audio. It's under the training and resources, and it's under training audios. So if you have a problem finding that, let us know. I want you to contact a director and not your upline director. Another director on the McDonald team, another director maybe that you've met at conference if you had the pleasure of coming to conference. And I want you to talk to her about her promotion experience. I want you to hear what she loved about promoting to director and what her top 3 perks are. Next, you're going to post a picture of your future paycheck. Okay? And that's on our 90 Days of Dedication Facebook. You're going to hold, this should say hold, 6 recruiting conversations before the next call. I'm not sure why this is combined to 1, but we'll fix that before it's posted. But you want to hold 6 recruiting conversations before the next call. And you're thinking, I don't know what to say. You know what you love about Pampered Chef. You all had no trouble sharing what you like about Pampered Chef. And that's what a recruiting conversation is it offering that opportunity for someone else in your life or someone else that you meet to have a debt-free Christmas. You guys are in the hottest recruiting time of the year right now. You are starting this program at the right time. Okay, this is listen to what everyone must know about bookings, and that's why this kind of pulled over there. So you want to go to Pampered Chef University, and it's under PC sharing. Okay. And you want to hold 3 parties before the next call. So you have 2 weeks. I don't care if they're virtual. I don't care if they're catalog. I really want at least one of them to be an in-home party if you are an in-home consultant. And if you don't do in-home parties, 3 virtual parties. Okay. All right. So does anything seem hard about that? You get a free space too. So you can get bingo all different ways here. Okay. It's easy peasy.
Tic-tac-toe.
Tic-tac-toe.
No, I am calling it bingo from here on out. All right. I promise I'll really try it. Bingo. I'll go to bed tonight saying bingo.
No. Tic-tac-toe.
Bingo. All right. Okay. Let's stop share and
It's Donna's game.
I'm going to just call it Donna's game. All right. Are you ready?
Oh, it's Donna's game.
I'm ready. You want me to pull this up?
Let's go back to Michelle.
Let's see if it will work for us. All right. Can you see?
Yes. And we have Joy.
Yes.
Okay. So, Joy, let's just compare. One of the things that you said was that your average monthly shows are 1. You thought that your orders per show were about 6, and the actuality is that's 4.33. And your average guest order is much higher than you thought it was. You actually thought it was $50, and your average guest order is $108. So we need to give you a big round of applause on that. So what we want to show you here is just by doing a little bit more what impact that can make on your commission. So let's say that you're going to do average monthly shows of 4. That's just 1 show a week. Okay, and since you just started, maybe that could be a goal of yours. I don't know. I'm just kind of making the numbers up here. And of course, orders per show, we would love for you to have 10 to 12. So we're going to say that we're going to put an average orders per show is 10. So let's say you have 10 guests, and we know that that's all about host coaching. Okay? So if we see that that's maybe we have low orders per show, that's maybe something that we want to work on is look a little bit closer into our host coaching. All right. Our average guest order hey, you know what? We're going to just, at $108, so let's go to 110 and really, go wild here. Okay, so let's put you at $110. All right, and so go ahead and calculate that, Kim, so we can see just what that small difference makes.
Oh my word.
Exactly. That, and I'm telling you, you're going to add this $94 to this $1,005. So that is, look at that. That is an amazing difference. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to look at what directorship would look at this number. So Kim, let's go ahead and add a personal team sales of 5,000 because we know that's what directorship needs.
Can I do that? I don't think I can.
Yes, you should be able to.
See, this is the one part, Donna, that I've never gotten to work for me. So let me just say that she's got 5 end count and that they're doing 5 shows per month with 5 orders. So what would that need to be?
Let's do $75 because work to the guest special.
I might need to adjust that. I don't know if that'll give her 5,000. Oh yeah, it'll give her 5,000 because she's already at 4.
Right. Okay. All right. So,
but see, it doesn't, that's the only thing. I've never had an update up here.
It's updated on mine. I don't know. Okay. So we're going to be able to show you that. Thanks, Kim.
Yep.
We're going to be able to show you that when we do your one-on-one coaching. But that was an amazing difference in just Michelle's personal sales.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit, exactly. Just huge, okay? Yeah. So I would love for you all to kind of really sit and look at what you want your business to look like, okay? So when we're sitting down and we're going to do this one-on-one with the income calculator, that's what we want to talk about. Okay. All right. So this is a 8-call series, just to kind of wrap up everything that we're going to be talking about. It's an 8-call series. And as I said, this is all going to be show-based coaching. So every time you have a show, we want you to report what that show, results were to your director. So how many people were at the show, how many outside orders, all of the details, how many bookings, how many packets that you gave out for recruiting information, how many host packets you gave out. All of that information is what we're going to be covering on those one-on-one calls. Okay? All right, so it's not going to be, it's going to be easy in the way that there really isn't a lot of homework, but it's not going to be easy in the way that we really are holding you accountable because, again, as I said, it's all about numbers. Okay. All right. So the next thing, part of your homework that I'm going to post, it's called the Consultant 90-Day Tracker. And you want to have that done before your one-on-one call with your director because she wants to know what your goals are at the end of that 90 days. So what you're going to see after this call is I am going to post the 90-day tracker. Wait for it. I'm going to post the tic-tac-toe board. And I just want you to stay as interactive as possible on the Facebook page. Be each other's encouragers. You heard all the directors share from our heart. I hope to hear those same stories from you a year from now about the relationships that you built within this group. All right, so director team, anything that you would like to add on? Okay. All right, so I believe in each and every one of you. Your directors believe in each and every one of you that you can accomplish whatever you set yourselves out for. It's up to you. But remember, it's about commitment and it's about dedication. So those 3 contacts a day are not optional, okay? You have to make 3 contacts a day, every day. I'll give you Sunday off, but every other day, next Sunday. Because I know even on Saturdays, you're out, you're at the ballpark, you're with your kids, you're at the grocery store. You are lots of places. You don't have to be at home to make contacts. In fact, your best contacts are the ones that you are going to meet out and about. So if you are frustrated with being on the phone and getting to a dead end, pack up yourself, get your Pampered Chef logo wear out, and get out the door, because that's where your next recruit potential, that's where your next party is. So very exciting. So I am going to post the dates for our calls if your director has not given those to you already. I will post the dates, but our next call, just so that you can mark your calendar, our next call is Monday, November 6th. So make sure you get together with your director before that, and we will get ready to jump into call 2. And again, congratulations. I'm really excited to be working together. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Donna.
All right. Have a great evening. We'll talk really soon.
Okay.
Good night, everyone.